Good evening, Internet. Welcome back to another night of strange and scary games. I'm Mom. That's all just in the background. And tonight we're going to be playing through Kathy Rain 2, Soothsayer. I played the first Kathy Rain on the channel. It was a long time ago, so if you need to catch up, I would go back to that video. I remember Kathy's grandfather had met a connection with the other world, and then Kathy had to solve the mystery and then break that connection by burning the flowers. Other than that, I don't remember a whole lot about it. But the title was Kathy Rain, Birth of a Detective. So I'm assuming that in this game, she's going to be like solving mysteries and stuff. So let's find out. Let's do the recap.
In 1995, my grandfather died in Conwell Springs, my hometown. I returned for the funeral after being away since childhood. I learned that my grandpa had been investigating strange occurrences surrounding a mysterious presence in the forest. However, something happened to him in the woods, putting him in a vegetative state for over a decade. To solve this mystery, I teamed up with Eileen Summers, my college roommate. A Christian nerd and a biker badass. It was a match made in heaven. A local church turned out to harbor a secret cult worshiping the malevolence in the woods, referring to it as the Old God.
That's right. The Church of the Trinity?
An endangered hallucinogenic flower, the red scythe, was somehow connected to the Old God's power.
You can't see it, but the man in red is coming up.
As we came closer to the truth, a servant of the Old God made himself known in dreams and visions, the Crimson One, a scheming trickster. Things came to a head when the priest of the corrupt church, Isaac Price, abducted Eileen, intending to offer her to the Old God. I managed to track them down and have Isaac thrown in jail, but Eileen was in a catatonic state and was about to suffer the same fate as my grandfather. I continued alone and found my way into a great field of red scythes in the depths of the forest. Greeted by the Crimson One, I descended into the Old God's bizarre realm, a place straddling the line between the physical and the otherworldly. The powers of that place tried to break me. My past trauma was manifested and turned against me, including my shadow, an evil doppelganger. I defeated these foes and emerged back into the real world. As I left Conwell Woods, I set the flowers ablaze to eradicate the evil at its root. In my absence, Isaac Price took the coward's way out in his jail cell. When I returned, Eileen had awoken. She was safe.
Yay.
It was time for us both to go back home.
All right, let's start. This game is intended for mature audiences and contains graphic depictions of horror, explicit violence, suicide, and other disturbing imagery. Viewer discretion is advised. May 20th, 1998, day 1. So heroic. Oh, she's got a kitty now.
We're closed. For fuck's sake.
That's right, Kathy's a heavy drinker, isn't she?
Hey, kid.
Oh, Lucas.
Gee, what happened to you? Looks like somebody's been through the ringer.
You should mind your own business, old man, before I bring up your ex-wife.
Hey now, I'm just looking out for a former student of mine. You're always my business.
Former
I
student.
bet I am. That's the only way a has-been like you could ever stay relevant.
Ha! Yeah, that must be it. Now, you gonna invite me in and just let me stand here like an asshole?
Fine, come in then. You want some coffee?
I got enough, old sis, thank you very much. That brew you make is rancid.
Oh, I did that on purpose. I wanted to do detective work, not dumb chores like some air-brained secretary.
Feigning incompetence, huh? Clever move.
I guess so. I just wish that shrewdness of mine could make me some money.
There's my segue. Did you hear the news on the Soothsayer?
I never took you for a sucker, Lucas. This is Kassidy. There's no way that reward is legit.
You're wrong. Mayor Adams is different. He's the real deal.
And you know this how exactly?
Well, because it just so happens that I was hired to find dirt on the guy. I got nada. Zip. He's a total Boy Scout.
Suspicious.
Whatever. We're still talking about a serial killer. Do I look suicidal to you?
Kinda. You passed out at noon, stinking of booze, and that eviction notice hanging over your head isn't doing you any favors.
That's none of your concern. I'm handling it. I just need a goddamn case. A normal case. Free of homicidal maniacs.
Don't know what to tell you, kid. Things are looking kinda dry on that front, you dig?
Oh, God. Please don't try to sound hip, Lucas. Your Dick Tracy imitation is cringeworthy enough.
I suppose you could always pawn off that bike of yours. Buy you another month or two.
Tell him, Mildred. Lose the Katmobile? I'd rather chop off my left tit.
Ew.
I may be a has-been, but I'm fairly sure that self-mutilation won't do you much good. A couple $100K, on the other hand.
I love money just as much as the next girl, but, I mean, this isn't just a long shot. It's about as likely as Mildred turning vegan and taking up juggling.
Come on, one more case, for old time's sake. 50-50 split. How could anyone beat my rugged charm and your youthful vigor?
Lucas, we both know you're about as charming as a clown at a funeral. And the last time I saw my vigor was 3 tequila bottles ago.
All right. I know what I'm beating. I'll drop it.
Look, thanks for the tip. I might actually take a shot at that bounty, but you need to accept that we're not a team anymore.
What's happened between the first game and the second game?
We had a good run, but I have my own thing going. Look, see? My name is on the frosted glass and everything.
I can respect that. You're not allergic to a little quid pro quo from time to time, though, are you?
Now, that I can do. That's how the world works anyway. It's all just an endless circle jerk of quid pro fucking quo.
I don't quite see things that way, but my door is always open if you'd like to discuss the case.
Sure. May the best woman win.
You telling me I'd look good in a dress? Later, kid.
Bye, Lucas.
The Soothsayer.
Well, it's not like I have anything better to do. I should have information on the Soothsayer somewhere in this room.
Shouldn't you know where it is? I'm going to move my camera just a little bit. Bring it down to this corner. Hopefully that'll be good.
Kassidy's first and only serial killer. The only thing standing between me and a massive payday.
It looks like she's got her stun gun from the first game, the Zippo lighter that her grandfather gave her. I don't remember lockpicks from the first game, but maybe I just don't remember that. Her first task.
I should look around the office for information about the Soothsayer.
All right.
Just outdated casework. Can't bring myself to take them down. The yellow pages. Handy for looking up people and businesses. I should grab this in case I need to snap some shots.
Okay. Is there a way to... yeah, okay.
Yeah. Maybe there's something about the killings in these papers.
I saw Gab Smulders play this, and she was like, how do you highlight
All
things?
right.
Oh, spacebar.
I found a few interesting articles about the most recent murder.
Soothsayer targets best-selling author. Kassidy's serial killer hits high-profile victim. At age 49, the one and only Deborah Sinclair was tragically taken from us. She was stabbed to death on May 8th in her iconic cabin. The chilling signature mirror left on the scene made it clear that she had become yet another Soothsayer victim. Chilling signature mirror? Science fair winners announced. Bright young minds converged at the annual City Science Fair last weekend. Maria Chen, 15, secured top prize with her innovative water purification device, marking a promising step towards a cleaner, greener future. Dock strike continues. City docks remain silent as workers' strike enters week 3. Talks between union leaders and Deborah. Soothsayer viciously murders Deborah Sinclair. The famous writer's life has met an abrupt end. Can I scroll? Okay, I can scroll down. We are told by sources in the Kassidy Police Department that there was no sign of a break-in and no items of value were stolen. The cause of death came as no surprise. Acute blood loss caused by sharp force trauma. The circumstances surrounding this crime are strikingly similar to the original casualty of the Soothsayer, Rose Taylor, also a middle-aged woman stabbed to death in her home. This makes 5 victims in 3 months, and the lack of results on the case is starting to anger the citizens of Kassidy. Mayor Adams gave the following statement on May 11th. I'll be the first to admit that I hope to see swifter progress concerning these killings. We plan to evaluate more radical measures in the coming weeks. Chief of Police had no comment. Final Kassidy mine closed. On May 11th, the only remaining active mine in the greater Kassidy area ceased its operations, marking the end of an era. Rivera's mural finished. Renowned muralist Julio Rivera's latest masterpiece finally adorns the city center, weaving a visual narrative of resilience, aspiration, and hope. Sinclair with her signature Yaupon tea. We are devastated to report that the 5th victim of the Soothsayer was none other than acclaimed author Deborah Sinclair, one of the most recognized faces of Kassidy. Loyal readers of Sinclair may realize that the previous victim, Jane Doe, was slain on the publication anniversary of Storm Chaser, one of Sinclair's classic novels. A simple coincidence, or do these murders have a deeper connection to the author? The murder occurred in Sinclair's famous writer's retreat near the border of the National Park. The National Park Service was first on site and is currently in control of the crime scene. As the NPS lacks the necessary training and resources to conduct murder investigations, we should expect that the crime scene will soon be handed over to the Soothsayer Task Force at the KPD. For now, the body has been transported to a city morgue, awaiting clearance for a pathological examination. Chief Ranger Samuel Walker had the following comment. We are still establishing all of the facts surrounding this crime. Please be patient. We all want to do right by Deborah. Deborah Sinclair was a longtime friend of the Gazette and led a prolific life with more than 30 novels published during her lifetime. On this sad day, we mourn the loss of a cultural icon, and we pray that her death will be the last at the hands of the vile Soothsayer. A massive West Side power outage last night raises questions about Kassidy's aging electrical infrastructure and the urgent need for modernization and investment. Grand opening of Marnie's, new best diner in town. Marnie was the unhoused guy in the first game, right? Historic statue vandalized. The iconic statue of Founders Square was defaced last night with anarchist propaganda sprayed across its base. Hell yeah. Authorities are investigating a worrying link to the ever-growing sprawl, Kassidy's equivalent of Los Angeles' infamous Skid Row.
All right, I think that's everything I've got on Deborah in here. When I'm ready to leave, I should be able to learn more about the other victims at the library.
I guess we're heading to the library. I should put my wrist guard back down. All right. Safe?
Empty. All this gumshoe has left to pawn is her dignity.
That's not good.
My biggest fan, as depressing as that is.
Where's Eileen? Is Eileen your partner, or...? Can we pet Mildred?
Who's the best fluff ball?
Aw.
Couldn't agree more.
Wait, Mildred was Eileen's middle name. That's funny.
My radio, with a built-in cassette player. I prefer the quiet right now.
Cassettes? Bike tools, helmets, junk box.
Every biker worth her salt has got a box like this somewhere.
I mean, I have a few. What's the photo?
Eileen and me. Before Rain investigation started going downhill.
Aw.
We worked great together, didn't we? I wish things didn't have to go the way they did.
What happened between the two games?
Ugh, don't make me hurl. I'm way too hungover for coffee.
Coffee should help your hangover. Weirdo.
A postcard left by Jimmy Cochran, that strange old geezer I met at a mental institution a few years ago. He was discharged a year after we met, and for some reason he seems to think I had something to do with it.
Well, you did. You ended the thing.
I better not open that. Wouldn't want the mold to spread.
Gross.
My walk-in closet. It's a real mess in there. I better not open the door, or I'd risk spilling all sorts of shit out here.
Beer, Lampy.
How's it hanging, Lampy?
Outside?
Still same old Kassidy. City of Gleam. Oh, cryptic chaos. Can't wait till they're back in town. Manhunt. I prefer their old material, but their latest album wasn't half bad. I shouldn't need to bring that. There's storage on the bike if I need it.
Okay.
Maybe later. The red one goes better with this set. My private investigator's license issued last year. I was worried how Lucas would react, so I applied for it behind his back. I couldn't have been more wrong, though. That old fart has been nothing but supportive since then.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy.
It's a plastic laminator, a machine used to encase paper and other thin objects in transparent plastic. I mainly use it for fake IDs.
You would.
That cranky drawer is stuck good. I know Eileen had some magic trick to get it open. Too bad she's not around.
We did the phone book. I don't need the phone. Answering machine?
When there's new messages, it blinks. It's high-tech like that. An article in the Chicago Tribune about the Whitmore affair. My big breakthrough case last year. I've been meaning to get it framed, but I've been too busy with important things. You know, like drinking alone.
You don't seem like you're doing very well.
Thanks for the headache, you Mexican jerk.
All right, to the library. Umbrellas, poster, plaque.
A plaque with some prominent donors. Interestingly, Deborah Sinclair is listed here. Hi, I need some help, please.
Of course. How can I be of assistance?
I'm looking to find some information on the Soothsayer.
Ah. Quite a few people have taken an interest in that case lately.
Because of the reward?
That's so. Well, I'm not scared of a little competition. So, you got anything for me?
Yes. I would direct you to the microfilm viewer at the end of the hall. We have full scans of all of the major newspapers dating all the way back to the 50s.
Perfect. I should be able to browse those for some articles about the murders.
Indeed. If I may ask, what is your own interest in the case?
Money.
You probably heard there's a reward, right? I'm a PI, and money is tight, so...
I see. I suppose we each have our own ways to make a living.
Are you the murderer? Is that why you're asking?
What do you know about Deborah Sinclair?
Quite a bit. Do you have a more specific line of inquiry?
What kind of books did Deborah write?
She dabbled in many different genres over the years, but her main bulk of work could probably be defined as horror, mystery, or a combination of the two. Afflicted, Dead Ends Meet, and the Jenny Payne trilogy are some of her most well-known titles.
Is she Alan Wake?
Huh, okay. Was she working on a new book when she died?
I believe so, yes. But I don't have any details to share.
What do you know about the murder?
I believe she was killed at her writer's retreat, stabbed to death. The police say the MO was similar to the other victims, with the shattered mirror and all that.
Where's this writer's retreat located exactly?
There's an area called Bear Creek, just on the border of the national park. Sinclair owned a small cabin there.
All right, got it. That's a decent drive, so I think I'll head out there tomorrow.
Okay. New location added. Was Deborah popular?
Was Deborah a popular author?
Oh, yes. Even before her death. Afterwards, her popularity has reached astronomical levels.
I can imagine. Borrowing one of her books now is out of the question, right?
Correct. 6 months wait.
6
minimum.
months, wow.
Yeah, I figured. What do you know about Deborah's private life?
She had quite an interesting life. Adopted as a child, and her adoptive father, Sebastian Willis Sinclair, was an accomplished author in his own right. Deborah's birth mother was a young homeless woman, and her father was a Native American. Deborah spent much of her life trying to track down her biological father, unsuccessfully.
I wonder if he tracked her down.
Perhaps in some part, due to her roots. Deborah's books have often contained subject matter inspired by Native American religion. She was childless and unmarried when she passed away. Rumors say she was gay, but God knows tabloids are quick to jump to conclusions. I don't think she ever clarified that matter to the public. If you are curious to learn more, I would highly recommend her acclaimed autobiography, Unbound.
In 6 months.
Oh, I might check that out. Thanks for the information. Thanks. I'll come back if I have more questions.
Very well. Good luck.
You can rent one of those if you lack a fixed address. Let's hope things don't come to that. A bunch of magazines. Mostly celebrity gossip, it looks like. If I need a book, I should use the computer. A workstation for the librarian. If I need to search for books, I could use the computer down the hall.
All right. Deborah Sinclair. Unbound. Status unavailable. Got it. Jenny Payne, a traveling magician and illusionist, solves crimes around America using deduction and trickery. Brings her to Europe and investigate her family's mysterious and dark past. When Jenny Payne locked up in jail and framed for murder, can she escape, clear her name, and stop the murderer from killing again? Kiona Thunderheart, a Native American tribeswoman and daughter of the chief, is forced to hunt down and kill her own father after he becomes possessed by a Wendigo, threatens their whole village. That doesn't sound very culturally sensitive. Distant, lonely couple falls in love after meeting in a vivid shared dream. The pair becomes obsessed with reuniting in the real world, whilst opposed at every turn by Mr. Clock, a mysterious and ruthless adversary. Hannah's dating life has been a whirlwind of charm and mystery. Every man she meets seems perfect, yet something is strangely askew. Beneath their different faces and personalities, there's an inexplicable familiarity that she can't seem to shake. As Hannah tries to piece together these patterns, she begins to question not only her choices, but the very nature of the men drawn to her. For the sake of mental clarity, David Walker leaves a successful business behind to retreat to a remote forest cabin. At first, the solitude is healing, but soon strange instincts take hold. It is as if David's mind is being reshaped by something primal and deeply unfamiliar. Are these sensations the echoes of an ancestral memory, the onset of madness, or the influence of an unseen force? As the line between reality and delusion blurs, David starts to feel undeniable magnetic pull to the local caves. The truths he uncovers there could lead him to a darkness older than humanity itself. Storm Chaser is an epic tale of a Native American warrior who sets out on a great quest to save his tribe from American settlers in the 1800s. Three estranged friends are compelled to reunite in their hometown to confront the haunting memories of their childhood. Soon, questions arise. Was the old gardener lady called Nettles truly a witch? And what actually happened when the fourth member of their group, 8-year-old Johnny P., mysteriously disappeared? The truth is darker than any of them can imagine. They will all come to learn the true reason why they were summoned there. These don't sound bad.
Some antique world map centered on the U.S. 1800s, maybe?
Oh, is this one that splits Europe in half? Well, no, but it's got this strange landmass around the world. That's interesting. It splits Asia in half. Interesting.
Microfilms containing images of scanned newspapers. They're organized by calendar date. It's one of those advanced microfilm viewers. I'll need to insert a microfilm to use that.
So can we get the microfilm? It's 1998. Got it.
Okay, let's see here. It would take ages to look through all the microfilms since the killings began, so maybe I can figure out on what date the murder prior to Deborah's occurred. Hopefully I can deduce the date of the previous murder from the articles I picked up at the office. When I have a good date written down, I can view the corresponding microfilm and look for useful information.
Okay. So we check out...
All right, I've got a date written down. I can use that to find the corresponding microfilm.
Oh, she just did it automatically.
No. I don't think this date I've got written down is good. I can't waste time by checking every date. I should look for the date of the previous murder in the sequence before I browse the microfilms.
Okay. Let me look. On May 8th. Wait, this is January. Okay. May 8th.
Looks like there are no microfilms at all for the month of May. I guess that makes sense. It's the current month, and they probably scan the papers on a monthly rolling basis.
Okay.
Well, not a biggie. I already checked the more recent papers back in the office for Soothsayer coverage, so I should focus on the earlier months here.
All right, so we need to find out April. Storm Chaser. So when was Storm Chaser? 425. $425 was a full moon, but May 8th was not.
Yeah, this date should be good. I'll search through a week or so of microfilms, starting from the date I've written down. Hopefully I can find some useful information on the previous victim. There we go. I'll have these printed. All right, rinse and repeat. I should try to determine the previous microfilm date based on the information in these new pages. That way I can make my way back from article to article, victim to victim, until I get all the way to the first murder. Let's see here.
Wednesday, April 29th, 1998. Soothsayer burns Jane Doe alive. The infamous Soothsayer has cranked up the heat on his killing spree, as the latest victim, a young woman in her early 20s, was determined to have been brutally burned alive on Constance Hill. The death occurred on the night of April 25th. Due to the state of the remains, Jane Doe's identity has been difficult to ascertain. Despite indications of dental work on the corpse, there were no matching dental records anywhere in the city, leading police to believe that the woman was not a local. The lack of a struggle could mean that the victim was incapacitated, but the condition of the body gives little clarity on that matter. Picking a public site like this was a risky proposition for the Soothsayer, but he may have banked on the fact that distant witnesses would assume that the fire came from the nearby fire pit. Mayor Adams offered this comment: "As unpleasant as it is, I must ask you to be patient. Let Ed, Kassidy Chief of Police Edgar Mitchell Brown, and his team do their job. KPT has my full confidence in this matter, and City Hall stands vigilant to assist in any way we can." For our extensive coverage of the previous victim, Deacon Townsend, see issue 842. St. Andrew's Church Easter Tragedy. St. Andrew's Church's Easter concert ended horrifically when conductor Martin Schultz suffered a fatal heart attack. Dirt race extravaganza imminent. The annual Kassidy Dust Rally, is soon set to take place in various locations around the greater Kassidy area, drawing in adrenaline junkies from all around the state. The Soothsayer has claimed a fourth victim, an unidentified woman estimated to have been 18 years old. Her charred remains were found on the outskirts of Kassidy near the overlook at Constance Hill. Cause of death is yet to be determined. The Soothsayer victims do not seem to share any obvious similarities in terms of gender, age, occupation, or social class, and the killing methods, locations, and disposal of the bodies are all different. However, the killings have all occurred within the greater Kassidy area over a period of 3 months, which would indicate that the Soothsayer is somewhat local to the area. In related news, the Kassidy Chief of Police has recently announced that the investigation of these killings will be taken over by the newly created Soothsayer Task Force. Edgar Mitchell Brown said the following during a press conference on April 26th. As of May 1st, the so-called Soothsayer Soothsayer slayings will be investigated by a dedicated task force of 8 senior detectives, handpicked from various divisions at the Kassidy Police Department. Rest assured that this elite group has every resource at their disposal. When asked whether or not the FBI would be involved, Mitchell Brown replied, "There is no federal jurisdiction in this case. I have no further comment. We'll take it." The Gazette has frequently criticized the Kassidy Police Department for their errors in the past, but credit where credit is due. This is a step in the right direction. Tension at Town Hall meeting over amusement park revival. The Town Hall meeting discussing the revival of the Lone Star amusement park took an unexpected turn when a father of one of the fatal victims of the infamous 1992 accident attempted to storm the stage. $845. Is this it's weekly news, so 842 would be 3 weeks before.
I know where Constance Hill is, but that's a fair distance from the city. Better save it for tomorrow. For now, I'll put Jane Doe on hold and see what I can find about the previous murder victim.
So, 1, 2, 3.
No. I don't think this date I've got written down is good.
Well, can you like look? Deacon Townsend. That's got to be the clue, right? One, two, three.
Yes, this should be the
Okay.
right date. Let's see here. Okay, let's have a look.
Soothsayer stages suicide of a prolific deacon. We are sad to report that a third member of our community has been taken out by the so-called Soothsayer, who appears to be Kassidy's first serial killer. The victim's name was Benedict Townsend, age 51. Our sources say that his death occurred on April 3rd and that Townsend was likely murdered in a staged suicide by hanging. Townsend served as a deacon at the King of Kings Catholic Church, an old congregation dating back to the early 1900s. He was a beloved figure in the community, well known for his volunteer work. Reverend Hugh Winters, the pastor of the King of Kings, had the following to say: "My heart aches for Ben's soul and everything he had left to give to the world, but I take some comfort in the fact that he is with the Lord now. And for the person or persons who did this to my friend, know that there will be a reckoning. Murder is a sin most vile, and God sees all." King of Kings remains open as the crime occurred in the adjacent rectory building. However, the rectory will remain under lock and key until properly consecrated. Deborah Sinclair, book set for Hollywood adaptation. Kassidy's own author, Deborah Sinclair, is making waves as her best-selling novel, Thorns of the Wild, is slated for a movie adaptation. Debate over reviving the Lone Star. The Lone Star, a once popular Western-themed amusement park built on an old mining site in the 70s, may be revived and monetized. Chief of Police's phone hacked. Unidentified phone hackers, so-called freakers, hijacked the phone line and prank called the Chief of Police last week, shouting obscenities and sexual innuendos. According to a statement by the chief, their motive appears to be retaliation for the police raid on the Cyber Shack internet cafe last month. Wade Industries opens new factory amid controversy. Wade Industries' new factory complex in the city is open, promising thousands of jobs. However, the company's anti-union stance has sparked criticism. Is this what the strike is for? Soothsayer linked to 3 murders. Serial killer on the loose? 3 killings in 2 months connected to foreboding signature. Why would you... If it's the Soothsayer, why would you have a question mark there? Deacon Benedict Townsend, age 51, was found dead early on April 4th in the rectory of the King of Kings Catholic Church. The cause of death was determined to be hanging, but suicide has been ruled out by the KPD. An anonymous police source had the following to say: "Somebody else was involved. The positioning of the body and other logistics don't add up if he was alone." This scenario is eerily similar to that of Eric Holloway, the postman who met his demise on that ominous full moon night last month. His death was initially treated as a suicide, but later revised to a homicide. Now, the Gazette brings you the exclusive scoop. Both of these killings, as well as the brutal stabbing of Nurse Rose Taylor back in February, are linked by an object left at the scene, a shattered obsidian mirror, colloquially referred to as a scrying mirror. These mirrors have been used since ancient times to see the future or communicate with the spirit world. Does the Soothsayer responsible for these murders have a religious motive? Our source continues: "It's a signature. This killer is no hack. He hasn't left any other forensic evidence that can be traced back to him, so the mirror has to be deliberate." Townsend was a well-liked figure in his community, known for his charity work, and a longtime member of the church. Kassidy Chief of Police Edgar Mitchell Brown gave the following comment: "We are not classifying these homicides as serial offenses at this time, but trust that we have our finest on the case. We urge our readers to demand that Mitchell Brown recognizes that the citizens of Kassidy have been cursed with our first serial killer in recorded history." Fringilla, a play born in the heart of the city, has captured the nation's attention. After a series of sold-out shows and rave reviews, the production is now set to tour nationally. Okay, so what are we looking for here? The full moon. Ominous full moon night last month.
Okay, I'll make sure to look into that church later and maybe find the address. For now, let's move on to victim number 2.
March 27th?
I'm on the right track with this date, but I think I got the full moon and the new moon confused.
Good
Yes,
call.
This should be the right date. Let's see here.
Prominent suicide morphs into homicide. Initially reported as a suicide, the death of Eric Holloway on March 12th has been officially reclassified by KPD as a homicide. Since this public death occurred, multiple reliable witnesses have come forward claiming that the victim was pushed off the roof of the building at 4 Verdon Street. However, there are no detailed descriptions of the perpetrator, likely due to the limited illumination of the roof area at night. Holloway led a quiet and simple life, working as a mailman for the city, and is said to have been well liked by his peers. However, there are unverified reports of mental health problems related to the death of his fiancée last year. Police sources told us that there are links to the brutal hotel stabbing of Nurse Rose Taylor on Statehood Day, but were reluctant to share further details of an ongoing investigation. Symphony in the Streets, a creative protest for classical arts. In a unique display of dissent, supporters of classical arts in Kassidy orchestrated a Symphony on the Streets protest. Musicians, dancers, and actors from various classical disciplines performed impromptu pieces in key city locations, transforming sidewalks and public squares into stages. Celebrity chef Marco Durant recently unveiled Fusion on 5th, a new restaurant blending Asian and Western cuisines, promising an exciting and modern culinary experience. Police raid Cybershack. Kassidy Police Department has conducted a raid on the popular Cybershack internet cafe in connection with the traffic light hacking incident that occurred last month. And then that caused the freakers to hack his phone. Grim fall under the full moon. On Thursday, March 12th at roughly 8 p.m., a 32-year-old man leapt from the roof of a 4-story apartment building at Verdon Street, instantly killing himself on the pavement below, making a grisly spectacle for neighbors and bystanders alike. Friends and neighbors claimed that the victim had struggled with the death of his girlfriend, but no suicide note has been recovered. Events like this reiterate that mental health and grief counseling should be a national concern, with more resources available for vulnerable people in crisis. If you or anyone you know is having suicidal thoughts, you can reach the National Suicide Hotline at 555-922-922. Put the NSH phone number there. Just throw it in there. Available 24/7. Like the real one. Just look up the NSH phone number and just put it in there. There's no reason to use a fake phone number there. Wade Empire heiress takes over Wade Industries. To the surprise of many, Erica Wade, heiress of the billionaire Wade family, was recently appointed as the new CEO of Wade Industries. Erica replaces her father, Charles Wade, after an impressive tenure in the role spanning over 3 decades. And then this leads to the strike. City University, as its vice chancellor, Dr. Helen Baxter, was forced to resign amidst fraud allegations. Accused of misappropriating university funds, Baxter faces criminal charges, raising serious concerns about KCU's governance and lack of oversight. Birdwatchers and ornithologists alike are flocking to the city park after the rare crimson-winged finch was spotted, drawing attention to the local biodiversity. All right, when is Statehood Day? Brutal motel stabbing of Nurse Rose Taylor on Statehood Day.
Eric's address isn't too far away, but I should learn all I can here before I visit any of the crime scenes. Coming up last, the very first victim of the Soothsayer.
Statehood Day.
Yes, this should be the right date. Let's see here.
Satanist responsible for motel slaughter. A brutal stabbing occurred at the Azure Sky Motel on February 5th, and our sources now say that there is an occult angle to the killing, with some sort of artifact left on the scene. The husband of the victim was briefly detained but released a day later. Law enforcement claims that he remains a person of interest, however, and confirmed that the cause of death was multiple stab wounds to the chest. Kassidy's art funding conundrum, classical versus modern. A debate is intensifying over the allocation of city funds to the arts, with a growing conflict between supporters of classical arts and advocates for modern art forms. City Hall's recent push to support burgeoning street art movements, including graffiti and other experimental art forms, has traditionalists up in arms arguing that the shift neglects the classical arts. And that's what led to the protest. After 80 years, Kassidy's beloved Patterson's Bakery is closed, ending an era. Union leader ousted amid mafia allegations. Frank Tivelli, the longstanding leader of the Kassidy Industrial Workers Union, KIWU, was ousted following allegations of ties to organized crime. And this happened before the Wade Industries came back. KPD adds new K9 unit. The Kassidy Police Department has bolstered its crime-fighting efforts with an expansion of its K9 unit. Hacker disrupts traffic system. On February 8th, a sophisticated cyber attack disabled hundreds of traffic lights for several hours, leading to widespread chaos and significant property damage around downtown Kassidy. And that was what led to the shutdown of the internet cafe, which led to the freakers getting the phone. On February 7th, Rose Amanda Taylor, age 47, was found dead by Robert Tippett, the owner of the Azure Sky Motel. Taylor had been stabbed to death by an unknown perpetrator. Blood everywhere, like a goddamn butcher room, Tippett said, wide-eyed, and continues to emphasize that the city is going to hell. You go ahead and print that. Neighbors report that a commotion from the room... Neighbors report hearing a commotion from the room, but that was apparently a regular occurrence, so no one went to investigate. Taylor is survived by her husband and 2 children, who have declined a request to be interviewed. The husband was briefly detained, but is no longer considered a suspect. If you have any information about the murder of the Rose Taylor, please contact the Kassidy Police Department. The Dreamers Express rolled out. The Dreamers Express is off to a resounding start, with tickets completely sold out for the next 2 months. This unique bus service connecting Kassidy to Los Angeles is the brainchild of Julia Henderson, former actress turned entrepreneur. Her vision to create a conduit for Kassidy's burgeoning artistic talent to reach the broader stages of LA. Rockport Royal. Deborah Sinclair, book signing big success. Deborah Sinclair saw a massive turnout at her recent book signing event, where fans lined up for a few hours to get a few brief moments with the popular author. All right.
All right. That should be everything on the microfilms. I think I'll continue to focus on gathering information today and then head to each of the murder sites tomorrow.
Collected all of the newspaper articles.
I think I'll look into that church next, the King of Kings. There was no mention of an address for it in the newspapers.
You can go away.
One more thing.
Yes?
King of Kings?
Do you know anything about the King of Kings Catholic Church?
I'm not familiar with that church, sorry.
Oh.
Are you familiar with the Azure Sky Motel?
I'm afraid not.
What do you know about Benedict Townsend, the 3rd Soothsayer victim?
Apart from Deborah Sinclair, I can't offer much insight on the Soothsayer victims.
All right.
What do you know about scrying mirrors?
Not much, unfortunately. They're not within my area of expertise.
I guess let's
Thanks.
head out then.
I'll come back if I have more questions.
Very well. Good luck.
Great. I've got the address to the church. I'll head over there tomorrow.
New location
I think
added?
it's time to see what I can find about the Azure Sky Motel. It's likely in this phone book here. Got the number. I'll call first and see if a visit makes sense. God knows I have to be careful with those last drops of gas left in the bike.
Thank you for calling the Azure Sky Motel, your oasis in Kassidy. How may I help you?
Hi there. This is Kathy Rain from Rain Investigations. I have some questions.
All right, then.
Was Rose Taylor?
So I hear that one of your tenants was murdered back in February? Rose Taylor.
No shit. Here I thought the boys in blue ransacked this whole place just for shits and giggles.
That happens more often than you'd think. Come on, man. Help a girl out.
Sorry for the attitude, but you know you're the umpteenth person to ask about that, right?
I get that, so how about we stick with the short version?
Fine. No, I don't know anything that isn't in the papers. No, you can't see the room. It's rented out. And even if you did go in there, there's nothing that the cops or cleaners haven't removed since friggin' February.
Understood. So what about the next of kin? She had a husband, right?
Yeah, he came by later to pick up the personal effects. I just met the guy for a few minutes.
Did you catch his name?
I did, but I don't think he'd appreciate me giving out his name to some random lady on the phone. No offense.
Fair.
I am a bit offended, actually. I'm not some random lady. I'm a licensed private investigator and a renowned one at that. Ever hear of the Whitmore affair?
That does sound familiar.
Well, that was me. Now, here's a friendly piece of advice. Choose the path of least resistance. I can be a much bigger pain in the ass than this Mr. Taylor, believe me.
All right, fine. It's Orson. Orson Taylor.
That wasn't so hard, was it? Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Orson Taylor.
That's all, thanks.
You're welcome. Have a great day now.
All right, found the husband's number. Here's hoping he's willing to talk to me.
Why would he talk to you, though?
You've reached the Taylors. No one's home right now, but if you leave your details after the beep, I'll get back to you.
Hi, Mr. Taylor. This is Kathy Rain, private investigator. I was wondering if I could ask you some questions. You can reach me at 555-142-062. Thanks in advance. Bye. I think I followed up on what I can today for each of the different victims. Just one thing left to do. I noticed that the Gazette had the best coverage of the Soothsayer out of all the city papers. I think it's time to pay a dear old friend a visit.
Are we gonna go visit Eileen?
All right, here we are. Let's see how E is doing.
That's her.
Hello, sunshine. How's my favorite Christian reporter?
Oh, what do you want, Kathy? I'm on a deadline here.
No small talk, huh? Can't I check in on a friend?
I wish, but we both know you only show up when you need something.
That's real.
Ouch. Well, I did have something I wanted to talk to you about.
Let's hear it then.
What do you know about the Soothsayer?
The serial killer? But... Oh no, it's that stupid reward, isn't it?
Yeah.
You betcha. Money in the bank, baby.
Oh, brother. I'd say this is a terrible idea, Kathy, but it's not like you listen to me anyway.
Oh, come on, Eileen. Don't be like that.
No, don't even go there. Do you know how many times I had to go to HR to get people to stop quoting that stupid song?
Poor old Johnny Ray sounded sad up on the radio.
Art, make her stop.
Why? It's not a half bad performance.
You guys are like peas in a pod.
Ugh, well, now I lost my groove. I hope you're happy.
Ecstatic. Are you done wasting my time now?
Oh, lighten up, E. Aren't you thrilled about another big case? Teaming up, just like old times?
You can't just pretend nothing happened, Kathy. You fired me, remember?
I'll unfire you?
Yeah, right. How do you even know you'll get that reward? This is Kassidy we're talking about.
I was thinking the same thing, but Lucas did his homework. He says this new mayor is the real deal.
That silly old man. He just wants one last case with his protege before retirement, even if it means you'll get yourselves serial killed.
And I'm all here for it.
Of course you are. It's not like self-preservation is anywhere on your hierarchy of needs.
Can't argue with that. So, speaking of my, needs, what do you know about Kassidy's
Awful
most
way to phrase
prolific
that.
Not much. You should ask Art. He's much more up to date on that stuff, being our crime correspondent and all.
Before I move on, I just wanted to show you guys. Do you guys remember that old screensaver in the 90s? Yeah, it's on the monitor in the lower right-hand side. It's really good. Really well done. All right.
I don't want to ask her about that.
Why is it an option?
What do you know about Deborah Sinclair?
I like her books, but I don't care much for celebrity gossip. Awful thing that happened to her, though.
Jane Doe?
What do you know about the woman who was burned alive by the Soothsayer?
Oh, nothing. I hope that horrible demon is caught soon.
What do you know about Benedict Townsend, the murdered deacon?
I don't know anything about that poor man.
Hey, you're a Christian. What does a deacon actually do?
It depends on the denomination, but a deacon belongs to a church and can practically do the same work as a priest, with the exception of sermons and rites.
Interesting, thanks. Are you familiar with scrying mirrors?
I think so, yeah. You mean the black ones made out of obsidian, right?
Yep. What do you know about them?
Not a lot. I know they've been around since ancient times and that they're quite popular in New Age culture today. My friend Matteo is totally into that stuff. I bet she'd talk your ear off about it.
Oh? Sounds great. Where can I find her?
Let me call her tonight and ask first, okay? She can be a bit peculiar about things.
Yeah, totally fair.
Sure, not a problem.
King of
Are
Kings?
you familiar with the King of Kings Catholic Church?
I'm not. My family, we're Protestants.
Do you know anything about Eric Holloway, one of the Soothsayer victims?
Not really. I'm sure you know more about him than me.
What do you know about Rose Taylor, the first Soothsayer victim?
She worked as a nurse, I think. Other than that, I don't know much.
Have you heard of the Azure Sky Motel?
That's where one of those serial killings happened, right?
Yeah.
Thought it sounded familiar. I don't know anything else about it, though.
That's everything.
I'll let you get back to your work.
All right, see you later.
Is there anything in the room?
A few family photos. Eileen's got a big Christian family. Man, her brother is a hunk. Wouldn't mind getting some of that.
Kathy, no. Focus.
Hey, Art, what's a synonym?
Hey, E, can I have one of your cards?
Sure, go ahead.
Cute little frog. He has had that thing as long as I've known her.
I don't remember seeing that in the first game, but it's been a while.
Word space is acting up again. What was that stupid shortcut to reset the layout?
Of course he's a green tea guy. Drinking coffee like a normal person would be much too sane.
Now it's freaking.
I remember that. Something about a corrupt church. When the story broke, the place was shut down and some of the higher-ups went to jail.
Was it the same church?
Art Hopkins. Just the man I need to see.
Why is the office
That's
arranged
so.
like this?
This better be good.
What do you know about the Soothsayer?
What do I know? I made the Soothsayer. Before me, he was the Mirror Murderer, the Kassidy Ripper, or whatever derivative moniker those dullards at the Times or the Sun can muster up.
You seem very proud of yourself.
Wow. So what's your take on the guy?
I could see right through you, Rain. You're a bad apple, and it stinks all the way up here. Finally got a whiff of that reward, huh?
Can't blame a girl for trying. You've got your sights on that money too, huh?
Who doesn't? It's 200 fucking grand. I got a juicy new lead, too.
A new lead, huh? I doubt it's that impressive.
Nice try. I'm not gonna slip up.
We tried.
Word of advice, go back to your cheaters and insurance frauds and leave the Soothsayer to the big boys.
What do you know about Deborah Sinclair? The most recent Soothsayer victim?
Don't waste your breath about the Soothsayer. I'm not gonna say squat.
What do you know about scrying mirrors?
Certainly more than you. I'd be surprised if you ever picked up a book.
Are you familiar with the King of Kings Catholic Church?
Don't waste your breath about the Soothsayer. I'm not gonna say squat.
What do you know about the Azure Sky Motel?
Stop wasting my time. We both know you're just fishing for information about the Soothsayer.
I don't need to ask him about that.
All right.
That's quite the story you've got framed up there on that wall.
Oh yes, one of my proudest accomplishments.
It must have taken ages to break that story, right?
Half a year undercover. Now that's a proper investigation.
I don't think investigative reporters go undercover, do they?
Oh, God. I wouldn't make it 6 minutes, let alone 6 months among a bunch of embezzling Bible thumpers.
That's why I'm the best. I do what it takes to get the scoop.
What made you decide to investigate the church?
I had a family member in that parish. They told me some strange stories. Didn't take long for my reporter's instinct to kick in.
Oh. Must have been tough to ruin a loved one's place of worship.
They're better off, believe me. I'd prefer to keep them out of organized religion altogether, but at least now they're no longer associated with goddamn criminals.
What was the fallout? Some people were arrested, right?
If by some you mean a lot, yeah. 12 people charged, 9 convicted, and about 100 years of prison time sentenced in total.
Damn. The state shut the church down too, right?
Oh, sure did.
Good riddance. They should bulldoze the whole block and turn it into a parking lot.
Your words, not mine, Rin.
Can we get anything else from there?
That's dedicated.
Ugh, too many. I could feel my gray matter shrinking with every psalm, hymn, and other delusion thrown my way.
I don't know if we can get anything else out of
decide-
this.
I had a... Don't project your own issues with religion on me, Rain. My goal was to bring those corrupt assholes to justice.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right, that's all I needed.
Okay, then.
Art is one step ahead of me with the Soothsayer. I need to find out what his new lead is somehow. I should learn what I can about the Soothsayer at the Gazette, both from Eileen and other sources.
I guess we have to go back to the Gazette. I thought we were done there, but I guess not. Nope. There we go.
Oh, it says someone needs to rehome their cat. I'd be open to that, but Mildred would lose her shit. My fluffball needs her Lebensraum.
I adore this new office. Finally out of that gloomy dungeon.
Jeez, now that's a busy calendar.
Say that again. I bitched to McAvoy about that moldy cave for
The Kassidy
but
Gazette,
it wasn't until
a mid-sized paper and one of the oldest still active in the city.
I don't blame him, Art.
Vintage, huh? I can respect that.
Oh, forgive me for having standards.
Some old sports trophy. Guess Art was into that in his oh-so-distant youth. Can I pick your brain?
Yeah, what?
I see that somebody's desperate to milk their achievements on the high school sports team.
You were always picked last, weren't you, Rain?
I don't want to ask him about that. Jeez, do you get any work done in between those vacations, Art?
It's called foreign reporting. It must be an alien concept to a small-time PI like you.
Sure thing, buddy. Keep spinning that yarn. How do you like working here?
Why? You looking for a job?
God, no. I could never work at a place like this. I have authority problems.
Don't we all? These days, management doesn't dare try to bother me. They know I'm the only reason this place is still afloat, so they let me write whatever the hell I want.
That's a Michiru Pro, right? Early edition?
Correct. You got an eye for quality.
Force of habit. A PI with blurry pictures wouldn't last very long. This isn't a half-bad office you've got here, Art.
Nobody asked for your opinion, Rain.
I don't want to ask him about that. How do you think Eileen is doing here?
I don't gossip about coworkers. Take that shit somewhere else.
I don't want to ask him about that.
I don't know what else I'm supposed to ask him
Can I ask
about.
again about...
Sure.
What was the
If...
Damn,
Oh,
that's a
you don't know what the hell you're talking about. That place was rotten to the core.
I don't want to show that to him. All right, that's all.
Okay.
It's Eileen's business card. Her work number here might be useful.
I wonder if I should go back to the office
There's a
and call
Bible
her.
quote printed on the back. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8:32.
Of course there is. Maybe we should go back to the office and call. I could ask Eileen about art. That might also work.
Maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
Hey, E.
Yeah?
What do you know about this new lead that Art supposedly picked up on the Soothsayer?
Nothing?
Maybe you could...
No, Kathy. I respect Art. I'm not gonna mess with his story.
So, I heard about this expose Art did on a church here in town.
Well, yes. It's not like Christians are immune to bad behavior.
I think they're racing down my street.
I don't want to ask her. What's your opinion?
Oh, he's a great journalist.
But...
No buts, Kathy. Stop trying to stir up trouble.
I don't want to ask her. Still keeping that little bugger around, huh?
Oh, I wouldn't part with Ribbit for the world.
What am I doing
I don't
here?
want to ask. Hey, your brother is pretty hot. Mind if I...
Not a chance, Kathy.
Hey, do you mind if I borrow some tape, E?
Fine.
What are you doing with tape?
I don't want to ask. Want to have a water?
I have a lot of work to...
Jeez.
All right.
I don't want to show that. Hey, this is nice.
Oh, thanks. I guess that's one of the perks of working at a paper. Access to quality printing.
I don't want to show that to.
I see you're still comfortable with petty crime.
Only when justified, E. Only when justified. This is a nice place you've got here.
I guess. Beats the basement office we had before.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here.
I'll let you get back to...
All right.
She respects Art too. That guy's a grade A asshole. It shouldn't take much to bring that out front and center. I gotta get Art on Eileen's bad side. Shouldn't be too hard, that guy's a major douche.
How's that little beeping pal of yours?
Cacti rule.
Agatha, my virtual pet?
Yes, that silly electronic Japanese thing.
Of course he's a green tea guy. Drinking coffee like a normal person would be much too
I
sane.
forgot her at home when I went to church.
My deepest condolences. Will there be a ceremony?
Very funny. It was a research project. You know I have to stay up to date on pop culture.
Sure. Keep telling yourself that, Summers. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Oh, nothing. I was just admiring your stuff.
Uh-huh. Why don't you do that from where I can see you?
Fine, yeesh. Can I pick your brain?
You know.
I don't want to show that. I don't want to show. I don't want to. 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 I think my Michiru is a newer model than yours, Art.
Newer doesn't equal better, numbnuts. Are you really that desperate to show off?
Says the guy with his high school sports trophy on full display.
Oh, shut up.
I don't want to show. Oh, I'm sure he'd love that. An easy excuse. Can I ask?
Sure.
It must have.
Half a year.
Oh, God. I wouldn't make it 6 minutes, let alone 6
That's why
What made you?
I had a
Ah. What was the Damn.
Oh,
That's a shame.
you don't know what.
What made
I had a
Oh. It must.
half a.
That's dead.
Oh.
How do you think I
I don't got.
My roommate has opened the garage door 4 times since I've been sitting here. I can feel it in my feet, just up, down, up, down, up, down.
So, you're one of those green tea guys, huh?
Of course, I take my health very seriously.
Oh, I couldn't tell. You're about 48, right? I can see that receding hairline of yours.
It's not nice.
Ha ha, you ain't exactly the poster child for health yourself, Rain. I could smell last night's booze all the way from here.
I like your thorny little friends there on that windowsill.
The cactuses? Yeah, I can't seem to kill them off, no matter how hard I try.
That's cacti, Art. Are you sure you're a journalist?
Oh, fuck off.
All right.
Up.
Oof. Hey, E.
Yeah?
Man, I'm itching to...
I bet, but I wouldn't know anything about that. Not that he's been my favorite person lately.
You could still find out, right? Don't you want to ruffle that arrogant prick's feathers a bit?
Oh, well,
Pretty please.
okay, fine. I'll try, but no promises.
You're the best.
Either that or I'm just a slow learner.
You got a soft spot for Kathy?
Alrighty, it's getting late. I'm gonna get out of your hair before Art rats me out and calls security.
Oh, he wouldn't do that. He's not as bad as you think, Kathy. You guys are actually quite alike.
Ouch.
Oh God, you better take that back before you make me take up smoking again.
I have no doubt you'll be able to resist the temptation. Bye, Kathy.
Bye.
All right. Is that day 1 down? May 20th, 1998, evening 1.
Rain Investigations.
Kathy, it's me, Eileen.
Hey, E. What's up?
Oh, just burning the midnight oil. So I wanted to let you know that I found Art's new lead on the Soothsayer.
Amazing. Do tell.
Well, you know those people who were killed? Apparently, they were all under the influence of some sort of illegal drug.
Interesting. What type of drug?
I'm not sure, but this toxicology report here says that the street name is Pyre.
Never heard of that one. I better go ask Lionel.
Lionel? Who is that?
My a friend of mine, that's all.
Uh-huh.
Drug dealer.
Yeah, I'd say you should take better care of yourself, Kathy, but you've heard it all before.
Pretty much, but seriously, thanks, E. I owe you one.
Don't worry about it. Oh, and by the way, you know Meadow, that friend I was telling you about?
Yeah, what about her?
She said you can come see her tomorrow. She's got an RV over on the west side, Sycamore Lane 21.
Got a lot to do tomorrow.
Perfect. I'll go talk to her in the morning.
Okie dokie. I gotta get back to work now, but I guess I'll see you around?
You bet. Catch you later, E.
Bye, Kathy.
Pyre?
Pyre, huh? I better call the cop shop and ask Josh about that.
I keep trying to interact with the game, but it's going on its own.
You've reached Detective Everett, Narcotics. I'm not available right now. Please leave a message after the beep.
Why does she have
Hey,
a...
Josh, this is Kathy Rain. Been a while, huh? Let's meet and catch up. I have something I want to run by you.
This isn't
Hit me
the
up at my work
deputy
number,
from
will
the
ya?
first game, is it?
Okay, bye. All right, I guess that's that. Let's see if Lionel is at his usual spot.
There's not a answering machine message. What are you wearing?
Hey, what's up, Lionel?
Hey, girlfriend. You here for the white stuff?
Not this time, buddy.
Oh, you broke?
Well, I am, but that's not...
You just broke. Well, I ain't giving you a tab. I'd never see my money back. No offense.
I don't want a fucking Coke tab, Lionel. I just had some questions.
Whoa. What's with the hostility, girl? There's no reason to be unsavory among friends.
Sorry, rough day. Can I run something by you?
Go on then. I suppose I got some time to spare.
We were looking for Pyre.
Do you know Pyre?
Oh yeah. Strong trip, they say. I'd love to get my hands on some of that.
Hard to come by, I take it?
No doubt. I never got so much as a whiff of the stuff.
Oh, really? Who's slinging?
No one I know. Sketchy motherfuckers though, whoever they are.
How so?
Well, for one, you won't find them on the corner like us, regular hard-working candy men.
Yeah, you're all salt of the earth.
Candyman can.
How do they conduct business then?
Well, they pretty much don't.
I'm not following.
Well, join the club, 'cause it's some real candid camera shit. Every now and then, one of them dope fiends starts yapping on about some creepy fucker giving them Pyre, and it's always on the house. Trying to run an honest pusher out of business.
Some kind of obtuse marketing tactic?
If it is, those people sure as hell ain't capitalizing on it.
Some half-assed DEA honeypot operation then?
No way. The feds don't give a fuck about Kassidy, trust me.
Who are these fiends then? Got any names?
Nah, I don't ask for names. And the junkie clientele all look the same to me, no offense.
Ha. So you don't know anyone who could get Pyre? Some drug dealer you are.
Now, I didn't say that. There is this one person who just might be able to pull it off.
Yeah?
A friend of the boss. Ultra-wealthy connoisseur. Tries everything once, apparently. Rich. I mean old money rich. Deeply connected.
Quite the sales pitch. Are you gonna give me a name or just leave a girl hanging in suspense?
Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Surely a gumshoe such as yourself is well aware that information is a commodity.
I told you, I'm fucking broke, Lionel.
And I ain't deaf. We're talking a simple exchange. If you find out who's slinging Pyre, you send the Love Lion a word.
Deal. Loaded guy's name, please.
It ain't a guy, strictly speaking. It's one of those, transsexual types. Prefers to go by the name Hannah Verdu.
Verdu? That rings a bell. Some French family, right? Mine owners?
You tell me. Sounds about right.
So what do you know about Hannah Verdu?
Not much. but I know she owns and runs a place on the south side. The Club of Hearts.
Catch
What
your
is
name.
the city supposed to
Casino?
be?
Poetry club, if you can believe that.
I can. Sure sounds like an appropriate waste of money for a Verdue.
Yeah, I suppose those motherfuckers ran out of rooms to put golden bathtubs in.
Either that or mammoth wool rug suddenly went out of style. So that poetry club, do you know where it is?
South side, that's all I know. Never patronized myself.
Here.
What's your take on the Soothsayer?
That creepy motherfucker got the whole town on edge, don't he? Funny how City Hall didn't give a damn until one of those celebrity types got killed. Embarrassing look for the city, huh? I suppose it was just a matter of time until Kassidy got our own Ted Bundy. Place like this, with no hope, breeding ground for psychos.
Deborah?
What do you know about Deborah Sinclair, the latest Soothsayer victim?
Look, I don't know nothing about those murders, victims, whatever. Don't bring that shit up with me.
What do you know about scrying mirrors?
Nothing. What is that? Some new age shit?
Oh, never mind. Are you familiar with the King of Kings Catholic Church?
You ain't serious, right? Do you remember who you talking to?
Oh, forget it then. Are you familiar with the Azure Sky Motel?
Nah, haven't heard of the place.
Are we gonna find out that he's a cop or something?
I don't need to ask him about that. That's
Guess
it.
let's head out.
Later, Lionel.
Until next time, hot stuff.
Okay, look up club at office.
All right, found an address. They're not open until Friday night, though. Guess I'll have to wait a couple of days. Whew, I'm beat. You want to hit the sack, girl? Come on, then.
Oh, you're sleeping in the bed this time.
So, there's something I need to tell you.
Yeah, I know, kid. Time to move on, huh?
Yeah. Is it that obvious?
I wouldn't be much of a PI if I couldn't see the writing on the wall for this one. It was nice having you around, though, kid. You spruced up the place, I gotta say.
Well, don't get lazy without me. I'm sure you still have a couple of years of detective work left in you.
Oh, that's all I need. Just a couple of more cases. Then I'm riding off into the sunset.
What's going on, Lucas?
What do you mean? Something wrong with my vacation outfit? I've always been a sun-kissed kind of guy.
One more case. Finish day 1. May 21st, 1998. Day 2.
Okay, Kathy. Enough loitering. Time to get back out there. You've got places to be.
All right. I'm going to cut the video there. That's going to be day 1. I am interested in the mystery so far. There was a lot of information in this first day. I'm a little worried about the cultural sensitivity of the writing. So far we've had the Wendigo, and then we had the offensive pimp, and then the pimp was talking about one of them transsexuals. A little bit Yeah, but I am interested in the mystery. I'm hoping to find out who the Soothsayer is and what's going on with Kathy's dreams and all that good stuff. So I'm going to get out of here. That's going to be the first video. Thank you for joining me for another night of Strange and Scary Games. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Good night.